Hi, I'm Christina from Brooklyn Dreams and welcome to a new video. So today I want to talk to you about my favorite authors ever, probably, and that is Ilona Andrews. So this is the first of my wrap-ups, and I just hauled one of my favorite series ever, and I wanted to show it to you and just tell you more about it. So the author is Ilona Andrews, who are a husband and wife duo, and the series is their Hidden Legacy series. So we are starting off with Burn for Me, then we have White Hot, and then we have Wildfire. Yes, I do realize that the covers are not particularly, well, they are what they are. However, this is the first trilogy, and then we have like a little kind of transitional novella that is Diamond Fire, and then we have the second trilogy, and that is Sapphire Flames, Emerald Blaze, and Ruby Fever, which I think came out in 2022. I'm not sure. I think it came out in 2022. So, what is this series about? So, in the first trilogy that starts with Burn for Me, we have Nevada Baylor, who is kind of the head of the Baylor Investigative Agency in this world where there's magic and magic users, and like the city they're in, which is damn, I always forget a city, but anyways, the city, I think it might be Seattle, I'm not sure, is kind of divided among big magical houses. And they're like low-level magic users, there are higher-level magic users, and then there's like primes, who are like the greatest magic users. They have like the biggest power. And basically we're following Nevada as she is solving cases and kind of gets roped and into like this whole bigger political inter-house scheming and stuff, and her house, like her family, comes into danger, and we're following her. And we're also following Matt Rogan, who is like this very well-known prime, who he wasn't a prisoner of war, but he was like in the war when he was very, very young, and he has some trauma from it, but he is like this big alpha male kind of character, and Nevada is perfect because she really does stand her own ground and she doesn't let him get his own way, which I love about their relationship, because it feels like a relationship between two equals who don't really kind of get the other one get their way if they don't think that's okay. So yeah, I don't know what to tell you. Like, this is one of my favorite series because it's just fun. There's like a lot. There's kind of not really like fights, like like war fights, but there's guns, fights, kind of technology, this and that. Like, there's a lot of stuff. But it's also like very fun, mostly because the side characters are awesome. Nevada is like part of this big family. She has her two sisters, Catalina and oh my god, Arabella, who are also some kind of users, magical users, but I will not tell you like what they do. Then we have their grandmother Frida, their mom, their cousins Bern and Leon, and then you have just like an array of different kind of friends and families, and it's just such a great collection of characters. And the plot line actually goes from here throughout the entire series, just it thickens, the plot thickens, and you just find out new stuff about their family throughout the series, and it's really interesting where it will go and where it goes eventually. I'm not sure where it's going to go with Arabella's trilogy, but I love where it's going now. And I think I'm just not doing this justice. Uh, but for example, when it comes to the romance, it is slightly heavier on the romance than I would say, like, I don't know, the Dresden Files. Definitely more romance here. I mean, covers. I think you can see by the covers. But it's really well thought out. It's very well developed. You do understand, like, the why a character does what they do, and it just, like, really good. This first trilogy is very adult. It's definitely, like, Nevada is, I think, 20 something, and she has been taking care of her family since their father died, and so this is very adult. Then we come to the transitional one, and the second trilogy. So at the beginning, this has a kind of YA feeling, and I think after reading them, like, all together in one go, I think I know why. I mean, not that I know, but I understand why. So in the first trilogy, we have Nevada, who is this badass, smart woman who has been taking care of her family for 6 years at that point, and she has had a lot of responsibilities. They all share the responsibility as a family. However, she is kind of the main caregiver, and she, like, kind of brings money to the table, and she is the one that does most of the work and carries most of the responsibilities. And then comes in Catalina, who, due to her power, the type of power she has, she doesn't really she has been closed off from the world most of her life, so she's kind of homeschooled. She doesn't have any friends. Her family is everything that she actually knows. She hasn't had any kind of romantic experiences, and I think that is why these two, like the transitional one and the first book, maybe feel a little YA-ish, and maybe, like, you get put off from the series because of it. But I think it just kind of it perfectly captures Catalina's character, because she hasn't had so a bit of a spoiler, she takes on bigger responsibilities when her trilogy comes, and she hasn't had them before, and she has to kind of cope with having these responsibilities. There's also some kind of new things that kind of come forward, which also kind of weigh on her. And then comes this, like, gorgeous Alessandro, who is the first person who can actually kind of not be enticed by her magic. And she basically is, like, I think 19 when this starts, and yeah, she's still kind of trying to grow up. And I just want to kind of defend the book, because as the trilogy goes, she really does grow up, and it turns into, like, it's more similar to the Nevada trilogy, and it's well worth the read. I really, really just recommend it. Everything, and, like, the end is the trilogy ends, like, with such a good, not really cliffhanger, but it's just a foreshadowing on what is to come, and I'm really excited to see where it will go next. And what else is there to say? Yes, there is one thing in the first book, in the Sapphire Flames book, where they do something to the authors, to Nevada, which Maya and I hated. We thought it was so out of character for her. But I promise you, it will get explained. It will get, like, as I said, you get why characters do what they do in the end. Like, the authors really do explain it, and just, yeah. I've been babbling on for 10 minutes. I don't think I probably wasn't able to sell you on this, but like, I can't explain how much I love this series. So it has strong female characters, a great cast of side characters, not just their family, but also their employers, some of their friends, different types of magics. It's fast-paced. There is some romance in it, but it's not overwhelming in the book. It's more about just like them as a family and kind of finding out more. And yeah, that's it. I think I forgot how to do this. So please like, share, subscribe, press the bell button if you want to get notifications whenever we post new videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!